It would be hard to overstate how important meaningful work is to human beings, work that provides a sense of fulfillment and empowerment. Those who have found deeper meaning in their careers find their days much more energizing and satisfying, and count their employment as one of their greatest sources of joy and pride. Sonia Lyubomirsky, professor of psychology at the University of California, has conducted numerous workplace studies showing that when people are more fulfilled on the job, they not only produce higher quality work and a greater output, but also generally earn higher incomes. Those most satisfied with their work are also much more likely to be happier with their lives overall. For her book, Happiness at Work, researcher Jessica Price-Jones conducted a study of 3,000 workers in 79 countries, finding that those who took greater satisfaction from their work were 150% more likely to have a happier life overall. The rate of speed at which one is traveling will greatly determine the ability to process detail in the environment. In evolutionary terms, human senses are adapted to the speed at which humans move through space under their own power while walking. Our ability to distinguish detail in the environment is therefore ideally suited to movement at speeds of perhaps 5 miles per hour and under. The fastest users of the street, motorists, therefore have a much more limited ability to process details along the street. A motorist simply has little time or ability to appreciate design details. On the other hand, pedestrian travel, being much slower, allows for the appreciation of environmental detail. Joggers and bicyclists fall somewhere in between these polar opposites. While they travel faster than pedestrians, their rate of speed is ordinarily much slower than that of the typical motorist. Every species has certain climatic requirements, what degree of heat or cold it can endure, for example. When the climate changes, the places that satisfy those requirements change too. Species are forced to follow. All creatures are capable of some degree of movement. Even creatures that appear immobile, like trees and barnacles, are capable of dispersal at some stage of their life, as a seed in the case of the tree, or as a larva in the case of the barnacle. A creature must get from the place it is born, often occupied by its parent, to a place where it can survive, grow, and reproduce. From fossils, scientists know that even creatures like trees moved with surprising speed during past periods of climate change. No respectable boss would say, "I make it a point to discourage my staff from speaking up, and I maintain a culture that prevents disagreeing viewpoints from ever getting aired." If anything, most bosses even say that they are pro-dissent. This idea can be found throughout the series of conversations with corporate, university, and nonprofit leaders, published weekly in the business sections of newspapers. In the interviews, the featured leaders are asked about their management techniques and regularly claim to continually encourage internal protest from more junior staffers. As Bot Pittman remarked in one of these conversations,
"I want us to listen to these dissenters because they may intend to tell you why we can't do something. But if you listen hard, what they're really telling you is what you must do to get something done."